Hi everyone, it's Jamie here from FX Learning. So we had another fantastic week in the VIP group. I'll show you some of them results in a minute, but I quickly want to talk about our members area. Now, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I do recommend you to go back and watch them and hit the subscribe button because it just saves me repeating myself every single week. Now, we're currently building a members area on our website, and all our training at the minute is done in our Facebook VIP group. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a really good way because our members interact with one another, they share trading ideas and trading setups. But the problem is we've got nearly 1,000 members. So sometimes when I post a training video or the admins post a training video, they just, if you're not in the loop, that you get missed. So we're going to put everything on our members area where it's stored. Now, basically for the last 8 months, I've been building a unique training course, and it's literally going to take you back to the beginning and teach you to be profitable, because I find that some traders get so frustrated with themselves and they make all these simple mistakes. They just go round in circles. So I basically made it my mission to teach you everything. Now, this is something completely different because most trading courses teach you the strategy and the trading. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but actually trading is only 20% strategy. The 80% is psychological, it's mindset. And I'm going to teach you everything, literally from money management, from how to be successful, how to be disciplined, how to look for the right setups, everything. I'm going to literally take it back. And I'll give you a perfect example. I know a person that just trades one currency pair. He trades Euro USD, and he knows that currency pair like the back of his hand, and he makes a full-time income by just trading Euro USD. And sometimes when beginners come to us, they are trying to trade 15 currency pairs, and I ask them, what's the euro doing? What's the dollar doing? And they don't know. They don't even know why they're trading that currency pair. And that's the problem. I'm going to take it back, literally one currency pair, two currency pairs, step by step, teach you the mindset, the money management, because I set the binary destroyer up to make everybody successful, and I believe anybody can be trading. And I won't. The only excuse I'll accept in trading is if you're blind, because there's no braille for trading. If you're not blind, you can trade. And I understand it might take you a week, it might take you a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever. I understand, okay, that everybody learns differently. Everybody has their weaknesses, everybody has their strengths, and it's those weaknesses and strengths we need to work on so everybody can be profitable. So yeah, in our members area, we're going to be having literally a beginners area. And it's going to teach you everything. Now, it's not going to we're not going to throw you a load of strategies, a load of, the binary destroyer and candlestick patterns. We're going to take you back, okay? So when you go to the charts and you go to start trading the BD 5.0, you will have a mindset, you'll have a goal, you'll have a target, you will know what to do and what to look for. So I'm going to quickly go over to my charts and I'll show you some of the training we're going to do to you. So I quickly wanted to go over the simple mistakes traders are making. Now, sometimes they don't even realize they're making these mistakes, but it's these mistakes that are really affecting their trading. So first of all, too many currency pairs. I see too many traders trading too many currency pairs. Beginners come to us and they're trying to trade 15 currency pairs. Because they believe if the more currency pairs they trade, the more money they make. But it's wrong. And they don't actually know why they're trading that currency pair. When I ask them, okay, they don't know what the market's doing. When I ask them, oh, which way is euro going, or which way is the dollar going, or which way is the Japanese yen going, they don't know. And that's a problem. How can you trade if you don't know which ways the market's going? I'll give you an example. If you didn't know which way the euro was doing, how do you know which direction to take a trade? You can't, if euro's going up in an uptrend, you've got to be taking buy trades with the trend. You can't be taking sell trades. And that's a big problem. You need to focus on one currency pairs. They have no set goals. Now, this is important, probably the most important thing there is in trading. You've got to have a goal. When I ask my traders,
what's your goal? Is it to be successful? Is it to quit your job? Most of them will say, yeah, that's my goal. I want to quit my job. I want to be successful. I want to have a nice car. But where is that goal? You know, do you need £500 a month to quit your job? Do you need £5,000 a month to quit your job? You need to have everything written down in front of you. And when I'm building this training, well, I've been building this training course, okay, I'll quickly show you. Let me pause the video and I'll show you. So this is part of the training, and this is about setting your goals. And I basically explained to you, is to write down your goals. Now I just wrote down some of my goals, which is my dream car, I want to travel the world, not having to worry about working a day job, and time to enjoy life. Now these are my goals, and this is what I work towards. And when you have set goals, you have a target to reach. And every single day, every time you trade, you have a target. Now, most people just trade blindly and they don't know why they're even trading. They just want to earn money. But, you know, how much money? And I literally, before you go to the charts, I'll be teaching you all this because it's so important, okay? Like I said, trading is 80% mindset. And when you go to the charts, you have a set vision, a set goal. This is my target. This is how much I need to make. And when you have that target, you start making profits. Why? Because you take less trades. You think, well, if I take this trade, will I be one step closer to reaching my goal? And if it's not, you don't take the trade. Now, if you don't have that vision, you don't have that goal, you just trade, you overtrade. You just keep taking trades left, right and center, and you keep losing trades, and you repeat the circle. You just keep going around in circles. But when you have a set goal, a set target, you hit it. It's like a missile. Imagine you have a missile with laser guided system. It doesn't matter which way that missile's going, it will always hit its target. And that's the same with trading and teaching your brain to understand this. You know, yes, you're going to have up and bad days in trading. Yes, you're going to have, you know, days where you're upset, days where you're happy, days when you're frustrated, days when you're angry, okay? And it doesn't matter. With your set goal, you're going to get there eventually. And that's why I say it's important to write down your goals. So yeah, so our fourth one is no money management. When it comes to trading, I find that most people miss this. Now all they see is the profits. How much profits can I make? And you need to be looking at the other direction. How much money can I be prepared to lose? And when you have that answer, then you will know how much you can trade with, and how much you can afford to lose, and how much you can afford to make. Because, you know, there'll always be that saying where people go, oh, can I put £1,000 in? How much money will I make? Well, how much money can you afford to lose? If you can't afford to lose that £1,000, you shouldn't be trading. Because if you can't afford to lose it, you'll trade with emotions, you'll trade with fear. And that's the biggest problem. We're going back to trading's 80% mindset. You need to be in a point where I don't care about the money. If I win this trade, I win it. If I lose it, I lose it. I accept that's trading, and that's how this trading career is. You know, you can't go into trading and not lose money. I was following a person the other day, a really successful trader, and he had £170,000 in losses last month. In losses. I mean, he made like £500,000, so he made profit. But the point I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter if you're trading £1 million trades or if you're trading £10 trades. You're gonna have losses regardless. There's no one in this world that doesn't have them. Also, they don't understand why they're trading, and this is where I was saying going back to setting yourself goals and also rewarding yourself. Now, it's important to reward yourself because it gives you the reality of money. Now, some people can get so caught up with seeing numbers and digits on the charts, they kind of forget that it's real hard cash they're trading. And that's why sometimes it's important to withdraw some money and just appreciate it. You know, that we are trading with money, we are making money, and we are losing money. So that's why it's important to reward yourself. And the last one is frustrated. You know, all these add up to frustration. You know, people over trading, people seeing other people making money. You know, I mean, I'll give you an example. the Binary Destroyer has changed so many lives. We've got so many successful traders in there making life-changing money, and they've been there since a year, since day one, nearly 2 years now. And new members come in and the first week expect to make £10,000 a week. And it doesn't work like that. You need to have a set goal, and this is where I was saying back to about setting yourself a goal. If you see somebody making £10,000 a week, okay, that's their set goal. Now all you're doing is copying their set goal. You need to find out what your goals are, and you need to go out and reach them. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. Let's focus on making you a successful trader. Now our last one is I'm going to show you the difference between Forex trading and binary options. Now both of them have their plus and minuses, but if you can't make profits in trading, I'm going to show you a very simple and easy strategy with the BD to make profits. Now, have you ever heard the saying from top to bottom? So when you do your market analysis, have you ever seen people or traders always checking the higher time frames and going down to the lower time frames? Have you seen that? And that's because they're checking to see where the market's going. And I want to show you, and I want to teach you to trade the higher time frames first, and then focus down to the smaller time frames, the 1, 5 minute and 15. And this is the reason why. Now I don't really do a lot of live trading in front of you because I trade the 1 and 5 minute charts. So it's very hard for me to do live trading when the market's moving so fast, because if I take a signal, you take a signal, by the time you've took the signal, there's no, you're probably already 4 or 5 pips out. So let's focus on the higher time frames, okay, and we can work out together. So we can do a webinar together, and I'll show you which way the market's heading for this coming week. So every Sunday we can do a market breakdown, find out which way the market's heading, okay, and then during the week you will know that this currency pair is going to go up all week, and then you can trade with that vision and focus in your mind, because you already know which way the market's going, because we did our market analysis on a Sunday. So that's why we're going to break it down from the top to the bottom. Because have you ever seen some traders making ridiculous amounts of money just using price action? And that's because they've taught themselves to read the market. So that's why I'm going to teach you that. Now so first of all, we're going to learn from the top, and then we're going to go down to the smaller time frames where we can talk about trading binary. Now a lot of amateurs, a lot of traders will try and trade binary straight away. They'll try and trade the 1 minute time frames, trying to make all this money, and they don't go anywhere. And that's because they don't understand the way the market works, which way the market's heading, and that's down to understanding the higher time frames. So let's make you money with Forex, and then if you want to learn binary, we can teach you that as well. And I want to show you just how easy, well, I wouldn't say easy because trading is not easy, but how much easier trading Forex is compared to binary. So the difference is, binary options, there's a fixed time expiry. With Forex, there's no fixed time. Okay, so with binary, you've got to predict the market within 15 minutes. Now, that's quite hard. If you don't know how to trade, predicting the market in the next 15 minutes is hard. Predicting the market over the next week is easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's easier, because you've got more time. Okay, when you're trying to analyze the market and find out what it's doing in the next 15 minutes is very hard. So that's the difference. You can leave trades running for ages with Forex, you can't with binary. There's no fixed payout for Forex, and there's a fixed payout for binary options. Okay, and we go down to this here, these examples. Now, if you put £100 trade on, right, in binary, you'll make 80% profit back. So you'll get £180 back. You've made that's wrong. You made £80 profit. Now, okay, that's good, but let me show you a Forex trade. If you have a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, okay, that means if you place £100, you'll make £300 back £200 profit. Now can you see the difference? £80, £200 from that same £100 trade. Now that 1 to 2 could be 1 to 4, so it could be £400. Okay, and that's the difference. You know, with Forex there is no capped profits. You could let's say get into a trade and you could catch the big swing and make £1,000 from £100. It doesn't, you know, there's no capped, and that's the real difference. When you put, and also let me give an example of 1 to 2. If you have a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, you can have right, more losses than wins and still make profit. Now let me give you an example. I'll write this down, I haven't planned this. Let's say we do 3 trades. I'm going to make this like this and we'll make it black. Let's say we do 3 trades. In binary you need to win 2 trades, 2 wins, right, 1 loss, correct? Yeah, you need to win 2 wins in 3 trades. You need 2 wins, 1 loss to make profits. If you are trading Forex and you have a risk reward ratio of 2 to 1, you could have 2 losses, right, 1 win, and not lose any money. That is just how much better Forex is. So if you've got 2 losses and 1 win, you wouldn't lose any money, because the 2 losses would be a £100 and £100, so you've lost £200. But if you win the last trade, you've made £200 profit. So you've just got your money back. You haven't lost, you haven't won, and that's the difference. That's why it's so much more better trading Forex. And then, you know, once you start making money in Forex, we can teach you binary. So yeah, there's no uncapped profits. I'll give you an example between uncapped and capped profits. My broker will only let me trade £250 binary trades. Now I do that every single day, you know, and that's all I'll ever learn. The only way I'll increase those profits is if I stack trades. I do multiple trades, you know, and that's the difference. But with Forex, there's no uncapped profits. If you do a 1 lot, a 50 lot, you could make £100,000 trades. You know, you can't do that with binary. I mean, the most my binary broker will let me do is £250 trades. Well, I could make, you know, you can make £1,000 a trade with Forex. It doesn't matter, you know, it's up to you how much money you want to risk. And also we go back to the high risk reward ratio. With if you have a really bad week in Forex, you can still make money. I read somewhere a couple of months ago, there was a guy in China, I think it was, who had an 80% loss ratio. He lost 80% of all his trades, but the 20% of the trades he did win, they were all profits. They were big winners, and I think he made about £15 million in his trading career. And he had the worst, you know, you'd think on paper he was a terrible trader, but those 20% of trades that did win, they were big trades, and he cancelled out all his losses, and like I said, he made 15 million over his trading career. So yeah, I'm going to leave that here, but I just want to show you what I'm going to teach you. And it's what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to follow this course exactly how a beginner would. So I'm going to follow my own trading course. I'm going to do exactly what my training tells me to do, okay? And we will I'll make a video every day next week talking about the training and basically saying that my training has said that I need to do this, and we're going to follow my training to a T, and I'm going to show you how to make profits from the market. Because if you can make, we'll go back to Forex quickly, okay? If you can make profit with Forex, you can make money with binary options, because you've already understood how the market moves, how the markets react. So let's teach you that first, and then we can go down to the lower time frames and trade binary. So I'm going to leave you that. If you have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com. Thank you.